Okay, you guys, so Nicki Minaj and JT went live last night and they did talk about a variety of things, but I will say this conversation really shows these two getting close, bonding. You could tell that Nicki has a lot of respect for JT and vice versa. Now, JT is giving Nicki her flowers, and Nicki goes into a story on how JT actually calmed her down and talked her off a ledge. Not alleged like jumping, but she said that her anger was on 10 and JT knew exactly what to do to calm her down. But you guys, go ahead and listen to this live. It's really a very pleasant and interesting conversation. Take a listen.
That they are so obsessed with making you a bad guy, and I think they've been doing it so long that you don't even care no more that you wear the title well, and you are killing this with the title, but you are such a person, like you are.
Well, thank you for saying that. And as a Sagittarius, you already know we always throwing the Sagittarius card in there because we know we are the best sign. And so we can recognize things in another Sagittarius that people can't really see. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
so with you, I've always gotten a very down to earth, genuine, vibe from you once we started speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, what I was seeing on the internet prior to that, and when a lot of shit was going on and a lot of shit was being said that I didn't like, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't I wouldn't have ever known how you really were. You know what I'm saying? And so
No,
it makes me understand better, like how people judge me all the time, right? Because we do such a great job of wearing wearing the fact that we don't give a fuck on our sleeve, that sometimes we don't realize that people might need to see that we're a good human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like we are so much of this shit and we have so much talent that we feel like we don't have to be likable. We feel like our talent speaks. Like I feel like that. I feel like, okay, people don't really like me like that, but when I put out a verse, they eat it up and they like me for
Hmm.
that. I don't have to be likable because
Hmm.
I have talent. So I don't have to be nothing else but what I came here for, and that's to be a rapper.
Hmm.
That's what Sagittarius feel like, and that's what I get from you. Like you feel like I don't got to be likable because I motherfucking got a talent. Like, and when we spoke and I explained it to you, it took for me to get in this game and to become an artist to know and respect what you have done for the game. And I told you, I said, Nicki, I think I did 2 albums so far. I'm about to be on my third one, and it's not easy. It's not. And I've been in studio sessions and I done put on albums of yours. And I'm like, how the fuck this bitch do that?
Yeah. And that was one of the realest things you said to me. That was one of the realest things anybody ever said to me in this game. The thing is that a person can apologize to you till they blue in the face, right? A person can say, "Oh, let's just let this shit go. Let's let it die down." But with me, and I knew you knew exactly what to say on that phone call. You
Yeah.
knew exactly what was going to bring me back off the ledge because I was about to jump.
What I felt, it's what I knew. It's what my engineers can tell you. Like when they see me in the studio, when they see me get into my craft and when I tell them to put on and how I speak of you, I'll say, what the fuck? When I listen to these songs. But I was listening to you when I was working at Whole Foods and I was in the freezer and I was packaging my lunch. You get what I'm trying to say? Like getting ready for my shit. And then I got so caught up with relatable and I didn't think about talent.
Mm.
So when I had gotten the game, and I said, you know what? It takes talent. You can't be just relatable to keep putting out these records. You have to have talent.
Mm-hmm.
And the respect that we changed, I said Nicki Minaj really has talent to keep putting out these bodies of projects that make sense, that sound good, that flow.
Mm-hmm. That's what you said, because when we did the phone call, it was a moment on that call where I was like, I went up to a level probably like 9 on my anger scale.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on.
But it's
Like,
just
I said, oh my,
but
Minaj, over with.
but again, it was just so genius that because you're a fucking Sagittarius, right? You were the only person on the call that knew, and I want to make sure I make this clear, that knew what to say to me to calm me down so that I could be back to listening instead of talking and going hard and doing the most. Because whenever a person makes you feel that they speaking from a genuine place and they know what you've gone through, it's not about somebody complimenting you about where you are. It's about what the fuck you've gone through. And when you said to me one time, like, yo, I realized once I got in this shit, how strong you've had to fucking be to still be here 15 years later. And now I can say that as a woman, okay? Not as a dick eater, as a woman, as a woman, to be able to say, now that I have experienced walking in your shoes for a little bit, I can now give you your props as a woman, because you know what? I didn't understand what it took to be in your position. So I lashed out, or maybe I went with the crowd and whatever. But now that can speak from a place of experience, I want to let you know, as a woman, I feel fucked up for saying this or doing this. I want to let you know, I know what you've gone through. And sometimes that's all people need to hear. It's not about compliments. I don't give a fuck about compliments. So many people hit me all the time trying to whether it's making amends or moving on. However, they don't know what to say to me. You see, they think just going over the surface or complimenting me. I don't want no fucking body compliments. Or somebody just told me I look like Edward Scissorhands. Bitch, fuck you. No, but look, all I be wanting to know, because again, and some people say I'm too much of a forgiving person, but I have to be, because I'm human and I make mistakes every day, right? But it's different to forgive somebody who just talking and they just talking, versus forgiving somebody that's showing you, listen, in all humility, I can see how I went about that wrong. It's just that, sis, I didn't know what the fuck you had gone through to get where you've been. And now that I know, I'm giving it up. That's all. That's all. Sometimes.
Are regular, and when you're regular, you're not in this industry. This is a different ballgame. When you are a writer and you go in these studios and you have to stand 10 toes down against everything and what you believe in and your ideas. And I'm like, damn, imagine Nicki Minaj. Like, put on a pink print. I gotta hear this. Because when I wrote Top Notch, and that's one of everybody's favorite verses, I had to put on Welcome to the Party remix. And I had to study it. I'm like, she went all different ways. And I'm like, okay, so this is a New York beat. And when we, as female rappers, when we go in the studio, we have to study Nicki Minaj. And that's just the truth. It's just the truth. And as a writer, I have to get inspiration. And I go to Nicki and I tell my engineers, I say, God damn, this bitch cold. How the fuck for so many motherfucking years? And when you pick the right idols and you pick the right people to study, your talent goes far. And J. Cole said it. I study my idols. You have to study people and you have to write that shit down. And that's when my best verses come about, when I study. And I go in the studio and I write my shit down from my head and how I'm feeling, but also how would Nicki approach this motherfucking beat. But my craft is to always leave a memorable verse. And when I put something out, when I send a verse, every time I send a verse, I have to like it. I have to like that verse before I release it. I don't care about nothing else in the world. I have to like it.
That's right.
To release it, because that's my talent. That's all I have to my name is my motherfucking talent.
Right. And that's right. You have to be the biggest fucking critic of you. Because once it goes out there, you can't take it the fuck back. You know, once. So, but that's real shit, you know, that you're taking your shit seriously as you should. And you see that people notice, right? Like the thing is that I think that for a while, people may have started thinking that the listener don't notice. That's not true. A song don't gotta be a top 10 song. Oh, hey Jade, that's my other Sagittarius boo. I'm trying to bag her, JT. That's my but the thing is, JT, like, it doesn't matter if a song is on the Billboard Hot 100. It could be on the Billboard Top 500, right? What stands the test of time is gonna be the skill and the talent. So that's what I was saying. I was saying, like, y'all, I just put out this song with Blue, and I was telling people, yo, if y'all think people ain't still out here checking for real R&B the way y'all checking for real rap, let this show you guys. Because look, Blue, he done had a song with Drake. He had a song with Wayne and Chris Brown. He had a song with me. And I just wanted to tell people, it's not about the quick gimmicky stuff and going viral. You would be surprised how many people just listen for the fucking talent, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So look. So now, when this is all said and done, a year from now, or 2 years from now, 3 years from now, they still gonna be pulling up they fave JT's verse. It might not be on the biggest JT song. You feel me? They gonna be pulling out their favorite JT verse. And if you keep on fucking doing that, do you know what the fuck happens one day? One day, bitches don't got no choice but to motherfucking respect you. They don't got no choice but to, when you come in the room, move around.
First day out, it happened. It did not chart. It did not go nowhere, but they still speak about that verse right now. I wrote that verse in my prison cell. I didn't have no beat, no nothing. I had to Pete did the beat, got twisted to do the beat. When I couldn't even hear it. I wrote that whole song in my prison cell.
Wow.
No help.
Wow.
And I was straight out of prison, and I had anxiety. I literally just was in prison, and I was coming back into a new world. And Pete, like, you have to do this right now. And I'm like, right now? He's like, right now. And a beat to me did not go with the song, but I had to lay it down. And to this day, everybody say, I love your first day out. And talk shit about that song. And they was like, it didn't chart, it didn't go nowhere. But that song still lived with so many people because they heard the passion. They knew it was all me. And I didn't have no beat to work with. I was in my prison cell, and I wrote the song down by myself. So I understand what you say 100% when you say about charting and all that. I don't even care. Like, I know that, for example, with remixes, sometimes we don't even get credit. But my Said Something verse is like my biggest verse. I never got credit for that. I never cared for credit for that. But when I go in a club and they play that motherfucking verse and they say JT, I said, money bag. As a Sagittarius, you know how we is. We very controlling. But we know what we like. Put me first. Let me tell you how to format this song. Let me tell you how to format this song. This is how this song should go. Gave me full control. And that's like, that's how it went.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got credit for it. Not on the chart. Not nowhere. But it's when I play it on stage and my tour, when I play it anywhere, it go up. It's not about credit. It's about talent. It's about putting your all in this. When you look at them writers' credit, you see my motherfucking name, and you know that's what I do.
But listen, Jatavia, girl, listen, okay? The point is, I'm going to give you an example that I never want you to forget for the rest of your life, okay? What do you think charted higher on the Billboard Hot 100? Monster or Starships? Let's use that as an example. Okay. Now, y'all keep on asking to see my face. I don't know what more of my motherfucking face y'all going to see, babe. Look, here's what I want you to always remember, JC, okay? Let all these people right now fight for who could get, you know, all the attention, who could pop their pussy the widest, who could, you know, be disrespectful the most, whatever, right? And if you stay focused on that motherfucking pen, you watch what the fuck is gonna happen. Let them. I've been able to witness this shit for a long time, right? And some people take your advice and some people don't. I remember when I worked with Bia, I had, you know, I was telling her a lot of things, right? And for the most part, she was receptive. And as, you know, a woman and as an intelligent creative, there were some things that she didn't want to hear at that moment. And then after we finished, you know, doing what we had to do, she sent me a message one day and she said, bitch, you was right about everything. And I'm not going to get into it because that's her business, you know what I'm saying? But it was so many different things on a personal level and on a professional level she didn't want to hear at that time. But I knew she needed to hear it. Because one thing about me, and you'll notice as a Sag, the people we care about the most is the people who we are the most blunt with. And it's because we're trying to help them so bad, because we always say to ourselves, I wish I had a friend like this. I wish everybody was like this with me. I wish everybody just tell me the truth, be honest with me, you know. However,
that we love. We not honest with the people we don't love. We don't care. But
we don't care. So what I'm saying is, Bia came back as a real ass fucking bitch and said, look, bitch, you know what? You was right about certain things I didn't want to hear at that time, right? And now she and I have, you know, we were able to develop this particular bond. So my thing is to you, everybody not going to want to hear shit when I say it because they think it's for whatever motives, whatever reason. They still not understanding. I don't give it. I'm good. I'm not going to lose or gain nothing by telling you something or trying to say something for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, if you ask any motherfucking body what charted higher on the Hot 100, for, you know, out of, for instance, like I said, Monster or, I don't know, Starships or many other songs. Well, yeah, right? They gon' know. Monster was not a huge Billboard Hot 100 hit. No.
It lived on. Like, you turn that bitch on, we gonna turn up.
But know that. It's iconic because the discipline, the time, and the skill that the listener can hear that you put into it is what makes them be like, nah, I might have to give it up for her in a different way. And it's gonna stand the test of time. You understand? So never care about that shit. You gotta keep putting your motherfucking work in. You see hit records, they come. But that is not what the fuck you supposed to be rapping for.
Supposed to rap for that pen. And that's why I respect you so much. I respect you, and I let everybody know. I said, Nicki, like, she wears the bad guy title because she don't give a fuck. That's me. I don't give a fuck. That's what me when I get in trouble with anything. And my label will tell you, like, I don't care. I wear it. I'm like, okay, I said it. I don't care. But you are such a good person, and people need to know that. And it's like, when I'm in doubt, I said, let me send this to Nicki. She's going to tell me the truth. And I remember one time I sent you a song, and you said, I love this song, but you should change this part. You should do that. And I took your advice. I said, I'm going to listen to Nicki because she's a writer. She's a leader. She's a Sagittarius. And, you know, you're a mother. You're the mother of rap. Like, I did that, that whole song myself, and I did that for the heart. And I
the mother of all the generations. I'm just the mother of the new generation. So let's make that clear, because we have, you know,
not back in the days. Like, I'm 20.
Yeah.
And I really don't know too much, but this generation, generation you are the mother, and to be able to have your number, you in my corner, that's big. A lot of people don't have that because play that shit. Like you don't fuck with too many people. So for me to even have that and have your opinion, that's everything. And like I said, you push me. You gave me the confidence that I need. I know that I'm talented, but I'm always shy. Like I'm always shy because sometimes when my opinions come out, people bat them down, and I be like, "Yo, this is a good idea. Why nobody not listening to me?" And when you came, you said you got 8 bars. So scared. I said, "Damn, I don't want to get it. I like it," and I turned it in.